Uh, okay, that's Gaston, not Max, Fen, Craigjaw. Do me real quick a favor, Blackbeard. Do me a roll, please. Just any roll, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Thunderwave, that was the one I was missing.
Who are you asking to make a roll?
The one with the pretty pink dice.
Hmm.
Thank you. I wanted to make sure I saw everybody's rolls come through accurately, or at least as accurately as possible, before I wipe the chat. So, as you all recall from last session, or for those of you that were here, you guys ended up completing the last floor of the Argynvost Hope. A rather almost deadly encounter with a blind swordsman at the very top. You guys handled it pretty well. After you guys figured out the mechanic behind it, the fact that it was blind and finding you by the feel of your movement. You guys handled it well. Some close calls, some close lives, and some relatively hard fought battles. You guys then got to talk to a spirit that was holding the person that you guys were supposed to rescue in a force cage, and got to talk to Argynvost himself. He gave you guys some pertinent information as to each of your own objectives, including information about Krusk and Irina, and a new mission involving Irina, to bring her to Krusk, to the Angel of Krusk, to get her blessed so that she can be safe from scrying and other things like that. And then to bring her to the Mirror of Lake Luna. In the process, you guys also got to meet Ben, the guy you were supposed to rescue, that you were here to rescue. You got information about soul forging and Torvald's sword. As well as he mentioned the fact that he had Torvald's son in a small lantern at his waist. And towards the end of the session, you guys got to realize that through all of your guys' uncomfortability, you got to find out that he was some sort of mimic turned human, or at least shapeshifted into one. Some insight checks said he wasn't lying, which is, all up to interpretation at that point. As you guys ended the session, we brought you guys down to leave, and you guys pulled out the carriage, which had fully recharged its magical properties, and now awaits you guys to leave. You would notice as Ben steps into the carriage, he begins to strike up a somewhat quiet conversation with the coach driver. But he seems to be doing so from inside the carriage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who the hell is he talking to?
Huh?
Ben.
Ben's talking to the carriage driver,
Yeah,
the spirit that drives the
yeah. I was
drives.
asking everybody, like, who the hell is he talking to?
You guys can see the carriage, the coach driver.
Oh, I didn't think we could. There was like a wall.
Yeah. Well, you can't see through the window, but you guys are on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Are we sticking with the idea that Gaston grabbed Not's hand and led Not inside?
That's up to
Yes.
you guys.
Unless
I will help you if you need anything, any comforting. I'm like a little gnome who you can hold when everything goes wrong.
You guys step into the carriage. Oddly enough, you can't hear the conversation happening between Ben and the spirit. But you do see him holding that conversation. What about the rest of you?
I'm just gonna go inside.
Okay.
Yeah, overall, Crenshaw kind of quiet and just focused on getting to the next spot, I guess, for now.
Okay. And Kyle, what did you say?
I'm following Ash.
Okay. Fen, you see everybody start to pile into the carriage. You
Yeah.
joining everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. As you guys begin to pack up, and begin to travel outward, you notice the driver isn't driving as fast this time. He's still making good speed, and he's still making good time. However, he's not driving with the same urgency he did before. You can speculate as to why that may be. Part of it seems to be distraction, and some of it seems to be weariness towards what you guys might encounter on the road. You guys have about 3 hours until you get to Velaki. So now would be a good time to have any kind of conversations or things you might need to talk about.
Gaston will address the group a bit if we're all in the same place, right?
Yeah, you're
Just
all in the
like-
carriage.
Yeah. You would just ask the group if everybody is all right. You know, if they have any injuries or something they wish to share with the group that they think is important before we move on. And what our next goal would be is: are we continuing to take Irina to Kresk? Because that is something that Gaston is definitely a place he needs to go. Unless there is something important we should do after we complete this end of the journey.
Is this Ben inside the carriage with us?
Yeah, he seems to be largely ignoring you guys. As nobody has addressed him, you can't tell if he's even paying attention to what you guys are saying or doing.
Hmm. Well, yes, it seems our next mission would be to escort Irina to Kresk.
All right. Wasn't there something along the way as well where we had to go check out or pass by?
There's a few things. I think Irina was the more pressing of the matters. Um, there's a lake that we're supposed to investigate. Luna Lake.
Yeah. Luna Lake. And what was in that lake that we need to investigate?
Supposedly, I believe it was where one of the mages is believed to be. And one of those artifacts, the tome, I believe.
A tome?
Yes, something about resistance, or learning how to bypass Strahd's resistances.
Was that something that we discovered through the library we went into?
No, just a few moments ago, the dragon.
Oh yeah, the dragon said that. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Depending the urgency, like if it's along the way, we should do anything we can along the way. If it's not too dangerous for Arena, if we bring her.
That's why I said I believe the first order is to get Irina to Kresk safely.
Okay.
While they're talking, can Craigjaw focus on his chains to determine which direction the next closest one is?
There's a few different that pull in different directions. Kind of based off of where you're at on the map, because you guys are on the atlas. There's one to the northeast. There's a couple that pull almost directly to the west. There's one that pulls hard to the south. The rest are too faint. Any others that might be applicable, or at least ones that you have the ability to sense at this moment, just you don't have access to them.
Gotcha. And then in relation to the directions we're heading, we're talking about heading to Kresk and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Are these chains leading off in that direction?
You've never interacted with Kresk because that's not your half of the forest.
Right.
But you are aware that somewhere west is Kresk, and you're not too certain if it's further north or further south or what. You just know it's to the west of Lake Zarovich. If you had a map, you could probably determine where that was.
Map. Weren't we supposed to have a map?
Do you say the word map out loud?
Sure.
I will produce the map from my bag.
But then you can have your tablet back when you're gonna lay sleep.
Okay. The map that she pulls out is a carbon copy of the atlas that we are currently navigating. It would take a pretty good nature check to determine where you're at on this map. So if somebody wants to roll that for me, you're more than welcome to.
What kind of roll?
Nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Craigjaw, you're pretty certain you're right about there on the map. Ash, you're quite certain you're somewhere around here. But that's weird because there's mountains and you don't see snow outside. So you're not certain what's going on with that.
Does Craigja point out where we are, or?
I think moreover, I'm focusing on like my own mental thought process of like trying to determine where Kresk is and where these chains might be leading, and like my own mental thought process is.
It is labeled.
What?
It is labeled.
Oh,
Kresk
is it?
is over here. It has labels on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And
This one?
then, yeah, that's Kresk. And we're heading back to Valaki?
Yes. And that would be here.
Okay.
Remind me why we're going back to Valaki.
To pick up Irina.
Right.
Do you say that out loud?
Sure. I'll ask why we're going back to Valaki.
Ben looks over and goes, "Well, that would be because I need to hit Valaki.
yeah.
For one, your quest is to return me to Valaki. Danica has some of my stuff, and I wish to have possession of it as well. I believe someone had mentioned wanting Torvald's sword improved, and he kind of holds it up. To do so, I need a smith, and the nearest one I know of is in Valaki. Being a soul smith, I need a good workshop."
How long is that going to take you?
I could get it done by morning.
At seeing the sword and hearing Soulsmith, Knott's hand is gonna tense up around Gaston's. And the tail that's around Gaston's waist is gonna get tighter. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
None of that
Yes, but
inside the
he-
carriage, please.
Well, I don't have control over it, so
Emotions are getting the best of me right now, and I'm quite sorry.
Wait till you get back to your rooms.
It's not those emotions.
he's yeah. The soul smithing, it's a touchy subject.
If a soul isn't given free will, it can't return to its god. Yes, I know through soul forging it is of free will, but it's not given an afterlife. It's stuck to this plane irreverably until that weapon is destroyed or whatever. And that doesn't sit well with me. It's nothing against you, Ben, or any soulsmiths. It's just the principle of it does not agree with me.
Ben looks at you and goes, "Well, you have two choices. You could attempt to take the sword and break it, if you so desire. Or, and I would not suggest that. I am gentle by nature. Taking away from me what is my job is a dumb idea. Or, you could accept the fact that the soul itself has asked me to do this. The soul itself has its own free will. It chooses its destination, just as the soul chooses its own beliefs."
And that's what I plan on doing. These souls have chosen to join together to be a part of that sword. I just don't like the idea of it. I accept that it is something that does happen and will happen. But seeing it makes my stomach churn.
Then you should remember your tenets, young paladin of Hades. Perhaps reviewing your scripture will help you understand better why you feel this way. Kind of raises his eyebrows, tilts his head, and goes, "Now, if you need me, tap on my shoulder or something. I'm done listening to this." And you see his ears kind of fold in and close off flat to his face, and he turns back to continue talking to the coach driver.
Yeah, and because we're talking about the soul sword, Gaston will ask Ash. Well, all I want to do is to make Thorvald's last quest of last requests to come true, and seeing that he has combined his entire family into like this sword essence and stuff like that. I think we should reunite them. Then it's a bit of a choice to either set them all free or combine them all in the sword and use it, maybe, so that he will be always with us a bit, I guess. I just wish we could ask Torvald.
Right. We
What
don't
would
know
be-
what his plans were. We don't know
No.
what he wanted to do with this, why he wanted this, what his plans were for it. I don't know where to find them, if we can find them. I don't know.
I think you guys are asking the wrong questions. You see, I'm not super knowledgeable on soulsmithing, but if the souls themselves ask to become this weapon, then the souls had their own reasons to become a weapon, and from my understanding, your friend Torvald had little sway in the decision of the weapon being crafted in the first place. His intentions with the sword are completely separate from what the sword's intentions are. That's kind of weird to say. Am I making any sense?
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
One's will is different from one's soul's will. That's what he's trying to say. A weapon
That's
is
totally
a
not what
weapon.
I'm saying. I'm glad that made no sense to anybody. What I'm saying is
A weapon is a weapon.
the sword might as well be sentient, right? It has souls inside of it. So if the soul has its own will, then when it was asked to be made, it had its own intentions as to what it would be used for. Now, those intentions of the soul don't have to line up with the intentions of the wielder. Does that make any sense?
Right.
Isn't that
So
what I
then
said?
why don't we ask the sword?
Oh, yeah, that's something I am very willing to do. Like, I don't. Well, I would like
Is
to
that
try.
possible? Craig just starts kind of gripping his head. He's like, wow, my head's starting to hurt. That was...
I will ask DM, Mr. God, DM of all things, ruler of death and life. Can I try and interact with the sword?
Roll me an Arcana check.
That is my jam.
Natural one.
Fuck
Please,
you.
for the love of God, please. Okay. You've heard about this in passing knowledge. As a bard, you've heard rumors, many places all over the place about different belief systems and the way they work. You know that soulsmiths are kind of unique. And they're only heard of in whispered and hushed tones. You don't threaten one, you don't stop one, and you certainly don't challenge one. But you also know in order to speak with a weapon that's being forged like that, you have to touch it. And you have to be in tune with souls. Ben does not look like he is willing to let anyone close to this sword.
He is willing?
Huh?
He is willing to let people close to
He
the
is
sword?
not.
He is not.
You notice he has it kind of cradled close to his chest.
Right. So I have it in my inventory, it still says, but
You gave it to Ben
I did give
to
it
hold
to him.
on to,
Oh yeah.
and I left it in your inventory because you are going to get it back.
Okay. Can I tap Ben? Because that's what he said to do if we want to ask him something still.
You tap him on the shoulder and he turns to look at you, and one side of his face folds back. You notice it doesn't turn into a human ear. Instead, it morphs up into kind of a wolfish looking ear with fur and tufts at the top. Yes?
I have a question about the sword. Um, we're a bit like right. So me and Ash, we had a connection with Torvald. He was a comrade in arms. Um, so we're not sure what to do with the sword still yet. We're still discussing it a bit. Could we maybe ask the sword itself what it wants?
Have you worked with souls before?
I work with my own soul.
That is not good enough. No. And kind of
I am
turn.
wait. I'm very capable with magic arcana, and I am quite smart.
Intellect is not how you commune with a sword, or the souls within it. Yes, you can talk to the ether and the magic and whatnot, but you cannot touch the soul. And his hand pushes into your body. You feel him grip at the very essence of your being. He goes, "This is what it means to commune with a soul." And you feel almost as if he's clutching at the very essence of your being and could just crush it in his hands.
It feels so good. I know.
And he pulls his
Okay.
hand out and goes, "If you cannot commune with a soul, then I have no interest in allowing you to try."
Could you teach me?
Do you have 2,000 years to learn?
Closely.
He kind of
I
just
have
looks at his head and rolls his eyes and fucking turns.
I have been in different time places. Sometimes times went slowly. Okay. Okay. I will just speak out into the ether. Um, do we know Torvald's last name? His family name?
Do you?
Look at Ash. Do what's his family
Torvald
name?
would have signed his letters with his last name.
Okay, I will just speak out. Oh, family of Thorvald. Um, we are his. We were his friends, or are his friends. We just want to know what to be done with you, with your souls, and if there is any way of you to communicate with me. I'm a very open, relaxed kind of guy. Um, don't hesitate to ring. Um, please, we wish to do the best. And and that's it. I will just try to persuade the ether.
Okay, hold on, because now I have to roll. I was not planning on making rolls.
Too
Why must
bad.
you do this to me?
I am the bard. I will make you do things you'll regret doing. That's my
Well,
job.
no, just a reminder that not all actions have good consequences.
All my
Um, you hear no response. You feel a slight chill across the back of your neck, though.
I look at
Oh,
the back.
great.
I look at the back of my neck and see if it was um, not doing that.
No, I'm over here.
Oh. Um,
Please don't do that. I'm the one person that's worked with souls the most here as a paladin and of Hades. I've communicated with them maybe once or twice. That is not how you do this. And unfortunately, I can't do it because I don't have a soul currently.
well, I like maybe it's wrong, maybe it's right. I am just trying to communicate with the person who was a person before, and I just ask nicely to. if they want.
Yes, but you
help.
opened it very openly.
Because I'm a
Yes.
very open kind of guy.
Don't openly communicate with spirits. That is what I'm trying to tell you. You are inviting evil where you do not want it. You need to be very specific when asking souls and spirits questions. Because if not, you will get horrible, horrible consequences.
Okay. Well, sorry. I don't mean to do that. I just want to help.
I know. It's why I'm giving you this. You'll need to figure out his family name before you try and communicate to the ether. Yes, you may know the family of Torvald, but that goes for generations on generations. You need to know specifically their names to communicate with them.
Frankly, I leave all this spiritual superstition stuff to people who are certified. Lord knows that we could probably ask the priest in Vallaki. Or, hell, maybe Madame Ava.
Well, it's just wrong, like I'm just trying to help and then all those evil will try to take advantage of it. It's not fair. Why can't people just be good? They just should do better.
Because every person is an amount of gray, and they always have a life in a balance. You need to be good and bad. Yes, a perfectly good person still has a little bad, and a perfectly bad person can do bad for very good reason.
I know that's yes, yes, but it's just weird.
Ash
Getting
Maybe
will
philosophical up in here.
maybe I'm just too happy kind of a guy, I guess.
Ash will dig through her pack and find the ladders from Torvald and check them. Ah, Grimstone.
Grimstone?
Yes,
That's his family name?
yes, that's what his last name was.
Okay. Let me get my notes.
Well, that makes it easier, since we're in a land with limited souls. Grimstone is easy. Do we know what god he prayed to? Or what he believed in?
We never really talked much about it. Not that I remember. I know he was strong. Like, his strength was almost godlike.
Frank didn't worship a deity.
You mean Torvald?
Yeah, Torvald. I'm sorry.
Well, it never came into our conversation, so I do not know. And either way, I'm not that very into gods, to be honest. Like, I can approve their existences, but it's not that something I would like, hey, I want them to help me because everything I've done in my life, I've done it myself.
If someone would help me, I will try to contact their souls, but I need candles.
I do not think lighting candles inside of a carriage is wise.
Oh, speaking
No.
about that, could are there anything that still needs to be identified or checked out up if we have time and if I have the space and if I can do it inside the moving cart? I remember the crown of Max, but she doesn't want to let go of it. So
I think that is the only thing left over. You do have the plate mail that you left at the door.
oh yeah,
The regular plate mail. However, the 2+3, the plate mail and the great axe were taken back by Argynvost before you guys left.
oh yeah.
So for those of you with inventories to modify, I would do so.
Well, I think that concludes. I guess we'll see at the forge, and maybe if when the soulsmith is busy on the soul, I don't know. Maybe I could keep an eye on it if the soul communicates, or maybe not. If we both can figure out what to do with it.
Okay. As you guys begin to say that, you realize a lot more time has passed than you realize. And the conversation, as deep and meaningful as it is, has kind of brought you to the gates of Alaki. Something you all would notice as you're traveling is the noise outside seems to be louder, as if there are people traveling the roads, which is odd because every time you've traveled the roads, any of you, you've pretty much been the only travelers. And as you get to Valaki is kind of when you guys come out of your space, out of your headspace, and begin to look towards Valaki. I need everybody to roll me wisdom saves with disadvantage.
Is this magic?
Yeah.
No, not technically, no.
Nice. I'll take that.
I saw the natural one in there.
Aha. 14.
Oh no.
5.
It's okay.
I think
I rolled an 18 and a
Cragjaw
2. That was so. My goodness.
I think
I'm still
maybe
missing
Cragjaw
Fen.
and Max were the only two to succeed. Not Max, Ash.
Fen, I need yours.
I don't know how to do it without the token there.
Uh,
You click
So you
right
click
click.
the D20
Yeah.
twice, then click dis down below with your modifier. You gotta type
your
that into the chat.
modifier is 4, unless you have
So,
proficiency.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want, I can roll it for you. There you go.
Perfect.
Jesus, Fen.
Good. We'll burn those on disadvantage.
Mhm.
So, kind of as you guys are focusing on that, you feel a presence. I'm gonna send Max a message because they are the only one who failed that badly. So you all see the gates. The gates seem to have been damaged at some point. You see scorch marks and recent battle marks. For those of you who've been here before, there's familiarity in this, as if you've seen something similar here. However, Cragjaw, Ash, and Gaston, you find familiarity in something else as well. along the gates, there are people slowly meandering in, kind of listless to the eyes. They don't seem completely there, but these people seem familiar to you guys. Um, and as you guys kind of perceive that, your eyes are almost forcibly drawn upwards to the top of the gates. Give me a moment. There we go. Um, and as you guys look up, there, standing on top of the gates, is Strahd. And you see his smile, his blood red eyes, and he's just admiring the scene. It's then when he almost casually catches the fact that you guys are coming down the road, and you see him lock eyes with each of you. For a moment, you feel as if something grips at your throat. And then it passes as a smile of amusement crosses his face. And kind of nods and slowly claps, as if in appreciation for what you've already done. And for a moment, his eyes lock on to Max. And they turn sharp. Almost like fire. I need a wisdom saving throw from Max. Please. This one is with advantage.
Oh my god.
You are in a very
Oh.
small space.
Mm-hmm.
So Max, would you feel kind of is a blood boiling sensation? This is the epitome of your worst enemy. This is a creature you wish to slaughter right here, right now. It's at this point you guys all see the rippling fur begin to cross the crunching of bones as Max violently transforms into her werewolf form. Everybody in the space has a reaction. It is up to you guys.
Oh
But you
dear.
get the sense he's going to attack Strahd.
I have
Contested
a
strength check.
I have a reaction. I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll start with Cragjaw,
Sure.
who said contested strength check.
Basically, I'm just gonna tackle her ass, try to pin her down.
You know she's bigger than you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've also got a 25 in strength, so that's fine.
Max, I need a athletics check with advantage. You are in a berserk state. Cragjaw, I need a opposed athletics check.
Oh fuck me, dude.
It
Okay.
should be your
I
werewolf form. Do you have access?
I know,
to it?
I don't have access to that token
Okay.
because I was rolling things through Foundry.
That's fine. Let me put it on the page for you.
I mean, if we kind of can determine like what's going on, I'm sure others would try to help.
Yeah, we're doing this in sequence. So at the same time, Cragjaw is attempting to restrain her. It does not appear to be working.
That's an
I've
acrobatics
got,
check, not athletics.
huh?
That's an acrobatics check, not an athletics check.
That is true. That's just +6 from there, so 25. Okay.
Just pointing it out.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I got you. So Gaston's on deck because he spoke up next. Gaston, what were you planning on doing?
Well, mine is a bit over the top kind of thing, so I could maybe wait if I can a little later than anybody else if they want. If not,
Okay, we'll hold that. Who's gonna help?
Yeah, Fen was also going to try and stop her.
Okay, athletics check.
Do I need to reroll?
No, you've set the DC at 25.
Okay.
Trust me, you don't need to not Ash. You guys have a chance to help.
I would.
Fenn's in on this too. He's trying to help, but they are not quite able to make it.
I would like
Okay.
step in front of her. Like, no.
She is in a berserk state. This is not in her right mind.
does it look like that she would gonna bite Ash if when she steps in front? Like,
There's
would
a
it
good
become?
chance she'd attack everyone.
Yeah, I will. It seems it's not working at all. I will then cast polymorph on the wolf.
Hold on. Because we gotta go through Ash and Not. So hold on to your thought.
Yeah.
Ash, you step in front of her. What do you do?
Yeah, I just kind of like put my hand gently on her and just say like, no.
Okay. It doesn't seem to have an effect. Not.
Can I get Max to focus on me? Being like, over here, look at the cat. Look at the cat. Over here. Cat. Cat.
Max, evens or odds?
Oh no.
Fuck. Not if you die, this is your fault. Odds.
Odds? Cool. Odds, she hits you. You're
I'm
lucky.
accepting.
She is focused on Strahd. Go ahead, do me a favor and post polymorph.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there is a spell save on this.
Yes.
For an
DC will be Wisdom saving throw DC 17.
Okay.
And does it pop up now? Yeah.
It does. Max, that is on you. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Why does this say I have advantage on wisdom? What the fuck?
Hold on. That is right. We have. There's a reason for that. I don't remember where it was.
I don't
you have
remember
advantage
why.
on dual mind. Dual mind. You have advantage on all wisdom saving throws. Go ahead,
Oh,
roll
okay.
and take the higher one. It is a part of the Kalish Star.
No.
You feel the magic begin to take hold on her, and just the state of that she's in, she just shrugs it off. Max, I need you to roll an attack against Ash, please. And then I need a strength saving throw from Craigjaw and Fen.
Oh my god. I was rolling so good.
I
It's a 5.
don't have access to anything on the werewolf sheet for whatever reason.
You should.
Oh, there we go. I had to find. I'm not used to Foundry. Claw attack.
It's up to you. Whichever you think would be more appropriate. Okay. Okay. Fen, I still need your strength saving throw, please. Ash, does a 21 hit your AC?
A little bit.
Sorry, I heard the strength saving throw, but something popped up and I had to go downstairs real quick. Come back.
Strength saving throw, please.
I will try and cutting words it. The attack against Ash.
Okay. You have to roll a 4 or higher.
Yep.
A 4 will turn it into a glancing blow, and anything higher will negate it completely.
Yeah. So 1d8. That's an 8.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
Max, stop! Just the first thing is like.
Sensing that prey is attempting to cajole you, your eyes refocus on him. And for a moment, you lose your concentration on what's barring your way. And you just barely miss. You guys are in a closed-in space, and neither of you managed to roll high enough. Would Ben care?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Shouldn't be.
Your way is blocked by Ben. He stands in front of you and simply says, "Sit." I need a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 22 as he commands you.
I beat that with the fucking 23.
Okay. You are now in initiative. I will throw the makeshift Ben token on. If anyone would like to help Ben, now is your opportunity. You will get the opportunity to go first, Max.
I don't
Simply
want
because
to.
you don't want to?
I mean, I'm kind of in a wrestling match at this point, so I kind of have to be in the initiative.
Like the thing is for me, like I was like, okay, maybe we should just let her go. So maybe and I would just cast invisibility on Max so she can invisibly attack Strahd and then we win. But no,
No.
I have nothing. I have nothing else to do, to be honest. Like I could.
Okay.
No.
Let me at least adjust his HP. So that I can accurately track it. And that is fine. Okay. You're in a berserk state and somebody's blocking your path. Jesus.
So I guess I have to go first at that point, huh?
Yeah. He already commanded you to sit. So he can't really. He appears unarmed.
All right, I'm a multi-attack, which
Okay.
I believe is 1 bite and 2 claws.
Yes. That'll miss. That will miss. Max is showing her reluctance. That will miss. You swipe in and his form shifts, shrinking back at certain blows, shifting sideways to just barely have it graze past his armor. And then he steps forward, places his hand on your chest, and I need a con save. For all intents and purposes, this is a magical attack. Who has the spell that I want? Because they have the text. Here it is. It is D10s. Perfect. What do you got for me, Kaya?
21.
1. You will take half damage. 18, 21. 34, 40. You will take 20 points of necrotic damage. Xavier, what are you doing?
That was an accident.
Now would be a good time if anyone wants to attempt restraining her again. This is where I
Yes.
will allow it.
Yeah.
It will be athletic checks across the board. Or if somebody has a spell or something they want to try, they are more than welcome to.
29.
Kaya, yours is with advantage. Don't forget that.
Those didn't even freaking roll with whatever. I hate this game.
It seems like whatever Ben did managed to distract Max just enough that you guys are able to restrain her. And then Ben goes and sits back at his seat. By the time you guys have looked back, Strahd's gone. He's no longer there.
Mm.
You pass quietly through the gates, and even in this moment of stress and near endangerment, you guys notice just how quiet it is in Valaki, a normally bustling town for Barovia. It's oddly quiet. We are brought to this scene. I love how
We're
I set this
missing
up before.
Max.
Huh? No, we're not.
Oh, there she is.
Though the place is quiet, I need perception checks from everybody except Max.
I want to make it abundantly clear that Crackjaw would not have let Max go until she changes back. You know that, right?
That's why she's not making a roll.
Okay, cool. As long as we got that covered. All right. We're making perception.
This is all as you guys are passing through the gates.
19.
There's
my good rolls again.
You guys would notice that the
Am I
town is
right?
much more populated. Ash, you especially realize there are familiar faces in the crowd. I need a wisdom save, Max, if you would be so kind. You'll have advantage on it this time. Perfect. You feel yourself come to your senses. You're new to werewolf form, and you just saw your mortal enemy. So you get the sense that this is a instinct to go after such a creature. You will be better prepared for it next time, but it could happen again. You have the ability to transform back, and you are back in your right mind.
What the hell is that?
I'm gonna slowly start to let her go and get off of her. Are we good? We're not doing anything stupid, right?
He's not going to respond, but instead look at the ground.
Listen, small one, as I kind of rest my hand on her head, which literally weighs like 5 pounds for her. If anyone knows what rage feels like, it's me. But we can't let it control who we are and what we do. Come. No point insult.
Crackjaw is going to hear in the back of his mind, I had no control over that.
Now I'm torn how I want to handle that. Hmm. This is the first time he's ever heard Max talk to her.
Second.
Talk to him. Well, it's the first time I've heard Max's. I've heard Max's voice. I've never had her talk in my head before. So this is a first. So he's gonna.
Hey, Craigdale, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, go for it.
I was
Natural
prepared for this,
20.
but not right now.
Boom, baby. Nat 20.
You feel a twinge in the back of your head. It's uncomfortable, but
Mhm.
it's not painful.
That was weird. Okay, come on, let's go. We've got a mimic to drop off.
Max, did you transform back?
Into werewolf?
No, from werewolf
Yeah.
into human. Okay. You would notice that your clothes are, whereas before they seem to have, like in your berserk state, you transformed without thinking about it. Whereas you would expect from your own mind that your clothes would no longer be there, they have actually shifted back with. And you would notice that your clothes are perfectly fine and intact. So that you are aware. The carriage does drop you off here at the opening square. Kind of the streets seem to be getting too crowded for the carriage itself to navigate the streets safely.
What time is it?
Let's see, it was morning.
Mhm.
I would say it's give or take 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
From the couple of long rests and the overactive battles, the near-death experiences, I would say it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon of the next day from when you guys left. Where are
Well,
you
that
guys
was
going?
quite exhilarating, to be honest.
Let's get back to the inn, then we can discuss what we do from there.
We also need to drop off this mimic. So
Yeah, that
lead on.
is in the inn.
I have a
Lead on.
name.
We need to drop Ben off at Danica.
Yeah.
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 Let's go. I'm good with that.
Okay. You headed to the Blue Water Inn.
Mhm.
Max, you are the only one who notices her. You see who's on the map, right?
Barely.
Okay. That's on purpose. She's in a good spot. She is following you. You need to be over there. As you are headed to the Blue Water Inn, do you guys feel like there's many different people here? Like the town is fuller. I need perception checks from Ash and Gaston as I'm getting everybody's tokens figured out here.
19.
That tune.
Yes.
I can see
And
clearly now.
The rain has gone. It's gonna be a bride.
God, I need a drink.
It's gonna be a bride.
okay, cool. I like how you both got the same number in the end, but ended up rolling two different numbers. All right.
Modifiers. Yay.
Ash,
With the
Gaston,
power
you
of
guys are
friend.
the only ones who went to the town of Barovia. Many of the people who are new here, you get a sense they're from that town. A lot of them look bedraggled. Some of their clothes are torn as if they've gone through recent hardship.
Can I
Many
like
of the people look like they're kind of lost in thought and just kind of wandering.
If I see one, I guess, in particular that I may have remembered seeing from the village, um, I'll stop and ask them, like, didn't I see you before in the village of Barovia?
Uh, so any of the people that you do try to interact with kind of scurry away from the group as a whole. Um, you're not quite certain why, only that they look fearful of you. You
Not
don't really recognize anybody in particular, as many of these people were housed when you guys came around. You may have seen them in passing glances as they shut their door or slam their shutters, but you don't know them in particular. You do have free reign of your characters if you would like to move.
well, feck off yo too. New town, same attitudes.
Cragjaw, you gonna move?
Yeah.
As you guys come in, the tavern itself is more bustling. Many of the people are being served ale and nothing else. They are downing wine. Danica sees the group as a whole. Seeing the odd straggler, Cragjaw, Fen, what are you guys doing?
It's not moving for me.
Did
Are
you
you
click on your
clicked on
token?
your token?
I am clicked on it.
And you're using the directional pad?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You know you can click and drag your character, right?
I tried that before the directional pad.
Weird. Okay. Uh,
Jesus.
So,
what are we doing?
why is Finn's token different?
That's a great question. Anyways, I'll move it. Here we go. As Danica sees you all with the addition of your strange new companion, she goes, "Welcome, welcome. I am sorry, we are busy, busy, busy. Uh, hi Ben. I am so sorry that you had to. You look a little worse for wear. You all right?" He looks at her and goes, "Yes. It's something about giant werewolves and the ability to hold them still." And she goes, "Werewolves? Where'd you find a werewolf at?" He goes, "You don't want to know." No, mm-mm. I have a job to do. I am gonna head to the smith, but they got me here safely. Not that I was concerned about that, but they got me here safe. She goes, "All right, well, you go have fun." And he kind of meanders off back into town. She looks at the party and goes, "Well, that was exciting. Everybody all right? Why are we separated into like 3 different tables? Y'all need to condense. Either up here at the bar or at one of the tables. Take a pick. We don't have the chair space for people. With the group. Thank you. God, I can't be talking all across. Ash, it is at this point, Ash and Gaston, it is at this point that you realize Arik is working the bar as well.
I wave at him, very, very
What's he
childish.
doing here?
Ah,
Why are there so many people from the village of Barovia here?
Oh, well, did you not hear? The village got attacked.
Attacked
Destroyed
again?
most of the infrastructure. They burned the bar,
Oh,
the
God.
Blood on the Vine Inn. They burned the whole fucking thing to the ground. I got Arik working here just for a place to stay, and, you know, we're doing the best we can to house everybody, but there's not a lot of space left in Valaki. With all the refugees from Barovia.
Well, if there's anything we can do to help for a bit, and we might be just in town for maybe a day or two before we headed out again.
Yeah, you could, I don't know, not piss off Strahd again. Sorry, Lord Strahd again.
I didn't do anything.
She slams a paper between you guys. And it's a missive signed by Lord Strahd himself. The missive has a lot of flowery details and large words, but essentially says that the recent party of adventurers has overstepped their bounds in the game, and it is the game. Um, and as such, the town of Barovia pays the price. Not in blood this time, but in foundation.
Okay. Does it specify on what part of the thing that shouldn't be done and that we crossed any boundary?
Anything
Well,
except for kissing his ass. That's what.
I'm sure he would have been a lot more specific. Lord Strahd has a game he plays with all adventurers. It would have been, I don't know, stepping out of bounds. My only guess is the extra Gitrog monster that you killed by accident because you came to its den. You mentioned seeing Strahd there.
If memory serves, there wasn't much in the terms of accident.
Well, I assume it was an accident.
No, we did it on purpose. Sure.
Lighting
I'm
its
gonna.
cave on fire was not an accident. Yes, two of us had the idea of, ooh, fire. But
I
because
didn't.
we had the idea, ooh, fire, we woke it up.
Well, anyway, he just needs to chillax a bit, I guess. It's just, he should have been more careful with his pets, and especially in a cave full with flammable substances.
Uh, Danica gets handed a letter by Muriel as you guys are discussing that, and she goes, "Well, to my knowledge, y'all walked in there, got attacked, and lit the cave on fire. That's the my understanding of the events, but that's just from what Boris told us. Um, I'm not certain what's going on with that. Not my place. I don't make your decisions. You make those." And she passes a note to Max. And she goes, "That's from Muriel? Something about a conversation y'all supposed to have? Um, None of my business. Um, as for the rest of you, uh, did you guys want some food? Some drink? I know we're running low, but uh I can get you something. Oh, you
Something.
need your reward. Um,
Oh, that's
she
true as
kind
well.
of rifles around and she goes, "All right. She pulls out her ledger. It looks like you guys did the Argynvost rescue. This says it's a 200 gold reward. Um, but I hear from a little birdie that you guys did way more than you were supposed to, courtesy of the spirit that lives there. So we'll give you 200 gold. You guys can split that evenly as best you can. And then I've got a bag of holding. Who wants that? Any takers?
I'll take it.
Evidently Max is leaving. Sorry, Max. I didn't quite see that. My bad. You do see Max kind of storm off in the sense of everything. As kind of Danica's passing out the rewards. Not you are given the bag of holding. She goes, now, I guess the rest of this could be done in either a few different options. I've got gemstones that are available. You get about 300 gold worth of gemstones if you would like, or you can take an enchantment of a rare assortment from the apothecary, or you can get a piece of armor from the blacksmith.
What kind of enchantment would that be? For
That would be a discussion between you two. Do I look like I use magic?
no, maybe
All right then.
you're magically beautiful. That's for sure.
Unentertained. I am married.
Well, sure, I can still admire your beauty, right? Or tell you that you're beautiful.
Oh, that's so funny.
You need to have some certain kind of charisma to even work in such a place. So yeah, and with charisma comes beauty.
Elbows Gaston.
Ow.
Anyways,
Yeah, so I don't mind going to the apothecary, you said, right?
Mm.
For an enchantment or something.
I do need to
all
go there
right.
myself.
So you want the enchantment? Is that a general consensus, or is he speaking for all of you?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty. She passes you a slip of paper that reads voucher 1 enchantment, medium to light. Not certain what that means, but it is.
All right. So I divvied up all the 200 gold, and everybody has like a 33 gold.
That would be 40 gold. There's only 5 of you there.
Well, I
Not
wanted
bad.
to do that. Yeah, okay, I guess 40 then. I guess.
She left right after she was given the note by Danica.
I'll hold on to her 33 for her.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys headed. Who else headed to the apothecary, and who's headed elsewhere?
Apothecary.
Apothecary.
Fenn's just
Okay.
gonna follow the group.
I need to go to the church to grab candles. We're going to try and commune with spirits.
Oh dear.
Okay. Knott's going to St. Andrew's Church. You 3 are going to. Hey, Craig, where are you headed?
He's gone. He left.
That is a fantastic question. I have
You see
no
everybody's headed towards town, but you did see Max go upstairs. So. And nobody's really saying where they're going other than the 2 saying they're going to the apothecary.
Dope. I think I'm gonna stay in the bar. Not that I drink. My character doesn't drink. But I have no direction in terms of like what he would do in town. And besides acting like a sheep, it doesn't interest him, so he's just gonna stay where he's at. He knows he'll come back eventually.
Okay. So we will start with everyone here.
Wow, look at all the corpses.
All the death and destruction we cast upon this place. It's marvelous.
Get out of here.
I can't see. I'm kidding.
I can see clear. Oh, it's
Max.
Momoa again.
Max, go ahead and send me a message with what you're doing if you're doing anything special during your time. And I will deal with you off screen. As you guys get into the town square itself, you do know the apothecaries to the southern end, back towards the blacksmith. So you guys are good to move through town. You notice security's much tighter. As it seems that everybody is kind of more on edge. He isn't there. And a lot of the tension in the room is still there. As if these new additions bring rise to more questions.
How many people would be outside at this time, walking about?
It's 1:00 in the afternoon, so many people are scurrying about from place to place before returning back to wherever they are, or wherever they're staying. And I would say there's 5 or 6 people who seem to be meandering rather than uh, kind of flitting from place to place. Other than that, you see about 8 to 10 guards kind of patrolling the streets as groups of 2.
Were there any homeless camping outside?
No. Everybody seems to have found a place in one way or another.
Okay.
The apothecary, Anya looks at you all and goes, "Welcome. How can I help?"
We have a little piece of paper for you.
Any relevance?
Yes, some sort of enchantment. Put down the paper on the table.
She picks it up. At first, you get the sense that she takes your word at face value and begins to read the arcana of it, and she goes, "This isn't an enchantment? What are you?" And then she reads it and she goes, "Oh, you want a reward?"
Yes.
She tucks it into a small book under her counter and goes, "All right. What kind of enchantment? What are you enchanting? Need something to go off of."
Ash, I have a thing that I want to improve a bit, but
I guess. I mean, we weren't really told the specifics. We were just, this was our reward and told to come here.
well, for instance, I have and I pull out a singing my rapier, the singing rapier that I got, which I believe is already enchanted. I think.
It is magically enhanced, yes.
Yes. Well, what I want it to do as well is to give me an extra bonus to attack. To my what's it called? My melee and my spell ranged attack roll, basically.
She kind of looks at it and she goes, "Let me see it." And she takes it from your hands. She kind of runs her fingers across it. You get
And I,
about a minute before she fully figures out what the magic is, and she goes, "Well, I can't do an enchantment like that on this. This is already magically enhanced in the only way it can be. Vibrating steel like that means it can't really get an additional enchantment similar to that. You could go see uh Wayland and get it physically enhanced, but I can't do an additional enchantment on top of it like that." She kind of
well,
passes it back to you.
well, it just gives me a bonus to attack physically with it. I just wanted to use it when casting my magic to get a bonus to that as well. But yeah.
You can already cast magic through it.
Yes, but I just want my spells to be a bit more accurate.
Well, I could probably enchant some sort of necklace or something like that that may help, but
Yeah, that'd be cool. Um, and do I have anything like that?
it would take until tomorrow to get it done. That's a relatively simple enchantment.
Um, yeah, yeah. I probably need to get a necklace or something. I don't know if Ash, do you have a necklace that we could enchant, or do you self have a necklace already that?
Let me see what I
Do,
have.
do we do we need any supplies for that? Well, I have this dagger that is Fen. Look, maybe yeah, I don't know. um. Oh, that remind. I also have some other daggers, but they are already enchanted as well. So um, but they're not very keen on fighting as well. So
Um, the only thing that I have, which I think we had discussed, that the medallion would have disappeared. Um, where did
What medallion?
remember when like Gaston would like blink and like there was a he said Gaston's medallion that I had.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That only reappears when Gaston disappears.
Okay,
That's a way to call him back.
all right, so it's not physically here anymore.
No, it's basically the physical embodiment of his
Oh,
physical form.
okay. No, I'm sorry, I don't have any necklace of any sorts or rings or anything that's not enchanted or that we could enchant. Not
well, then
not
maybe we
jewelry.
I can maybe I can pick something up. If I don't know if we need it.
Does look back to Finn. Like, is there anything like maybe you would like?
I don't think Fen would understand the concept of enchantment.
Well, I can explain it to you if you like.
Hmm.
Like for instance, take out that rapier I have. Well, this allows me to, and I point out like these holes on it, like an ocarina. I can blow into it, and I can play music with a sword basically. But it's also magically enhanced, so it will deal an extra damage. Yes, it will hurt a little bit more than an average steel blade. So if you have like, well, you use your fist mostly, like you don't have much of a weapon to
He
swing
has
around.
been commonly seen using daggers.
Daggers, right? Well, we could get one of your daggers to do a little bit more damage if you like, if they're not enchanted already, because that's the problem we've been hanging into.
They're just average daggers, as far as I know.
Well, do you want them
kind
to?
of maybe turn to uh, Anya. I'm sorry. What type of enchantments are we talking about exactly?
Well, I can do anything medium to light. At least that's what's paid for. So I can give returning properties to magic or to any item. The difference is with your blade, you're wanting a magical effect that uh adds to the magical effect. So how to explain this? Your magic is done through music. The enchantment on the blade that you're trying to enchant is already enhancing that type of magic. To add another one on top of it would most likely cause the weapon
Ah,
itself to be destroyed,
right.
uh, as too much magic of the same type is being put on the item. But if you wanted, say, the returning property on it, I could.
Well,
Um, I don't
could
think
you
that's very useful, but
could you remove the melee damage enchantment and then add the magical enchantment that I could with my magic?
that is
That
a
it would.
higher tier enchantment, and that's also a disenchantment.
Mm.
You would lose the magical property of the enhancement to your uh, musical spells
Oh, well, I
in
don't.
order to do so. That's
It
part of the spell itself.
well, it doesn't give me any bonuses to my spells. Only the melee damage.
You can use it as a musical instrument. That is the magical property that
Oh,
you get +1.
oh, so it gives me a +1 already to my firebolt,
No,
for example.
no.
Well, that's what I
The
wanted to do.
magical property that is enhancing it to a +1 weapon is the fact that you can use it as a musical instrument.
Okay. Right. Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we should get like maybe a necklace then for me and enchant it someday maybe. Or we can get one of your daggers if you want. If you throw them a lot, you can have them return if you want.
And just nods.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. Fen, you search your pockets. You don't find any daggers.
What the fuck?
He never had any since he was destroyed, unless somebody gave them to him.
Well,
They were given
I'll.
to me on that fight after the other roadblock fight. I had gotten 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought I gave him
You
two.
have two regular daggers.
Yes.
She takes one from you and goes, "All right, well, return in the morning, and I'll get this enchanted for you." Uh, is that all the business you have? Do you have anything you wish to buy?
Would you
What do you
happen?
have for sale?
I'm an apothecary. Potion making ingredients.
Oh, okay. Well, we could use some potions, sure.
Do you happen to have
Um,
any bog water?
Bog water? Well, she kind of heaves a heavy sigh and goes, "Stay here, because I can't be too mad about a good customer." And she opens this door and walks through, slams it shut. You hear click lock. Uh, you hear a second lock through the wall. She enters some space back here, and you hear some banging around and whatnot. Before she comes back, traversing back around, uh, and she goes, "This is very hard to get. Do not ask for it again. It is 1 vial per person. In your case, per group." And she holds out uh, a small decanter of what looks to be murky green water. She goes, 300 gold.
Wow.
No
Okay.
negotiations.
I will take out 300 gold and hand it to her.
She passes it to you. As you kind of look at the decanter itself, you can see like minor scarring on the outside of the glass decanter, where it looks like teeth were dug into it. At some point, you get the feeling this is why she's not negotiating a price.
Sorry to be an inconvenience.
What does this bog water do for you, Ash?
I don't know.
Couldn't we just go to a bog and scoop it up ourselves?
I haven't found one yet, or else I would have.
When we were at the Gitrock, didn't that was bog?
That was freshwater
Lake.
Oh,
and oil.
well, isn't bog water just water and oil, or is that
Amphibian
just oil?
secretement.
Ah,
Not the same thing.
Bog water is, if you know anything about or the way bog water is made, bog water is typically stagnant water that's been left. Bog water is motionless, so it tends to build up lots of different types of diseases and things like that, as well as the creatures that live in it tend to be poisonous and whatnot, and it adds to the different state of the water itself.
So it's no water.
It's dangerous water, is what it is.
Don't drink it.
Drink it. Go for it. I dare you. That being said, I assume you guys are going to continue along your way. So we are going to go to Not.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm working on it. Activate scene. Hi, everybody. Hello.
Goodbye.
You are the only one here, so ignore everybody else.
Give me 1 second so I can adjust the map on my end.
Tried to group invisibility you, and it didn't. It didn't take. As you step in, stop. Did I say you could? As you step in, many of the voices have become hushed in this area. When you were standing outside, it seemed like there was tons of people in here, all conversing, all at the same time. And suddenly they went quiet as you entered. You don't really see anyone other than the two pastors standing at the head here. You see, of course, Father Petrovich, who you guys have, in fact, interacted with. He stands next to another priest of some sort. You saw him right when you entered. He was headed this direction when you guys were entering the town of Valaki. You don't see Irina. You don't really see anybody besides them, but you did hear voices when you walked in, before you walked in. Continue.
Fathers, I'm sorry to disturb. Where is everybody?
Father Petrovich kind of looks at you and goes, "What do you mean, where is everybody? It's just us. You are a part of the adventuring group. Yes? What do you need?"
Sorry, I was looking to do a religious service and I needed candles. I
What
thought you
kind
could
of
spare some.
religious service that determines what kind of candles I give you? Or sell you, in this case?
A communion with the dead. We
No.
need to lay a soul to rest.
No. First off, any restful services are done here with a body, and they are laid to rest and interred, and the casket is blessed and things like that. We do not commune with the dead. No one communes with the dead. You are inviting very dangerous circumstances upon yourself, should you try to do so.
Then how do you commune with the soul that is locked inside of an object?
You find somebody who deals in souls, willing to attempt speaking to the soul.
So I went to the wrong place.
Do you have the
I'm sorry.
necromancer's number in the phone book?
You're not here. Shut the fuck up.
Do you hear that voice? Am I going crazy?
You are
Yes,
going
you're
crazy.
crazy.
Shut the fuck up. Continue.
Then I made a mistake. I'm sorry for disturbing whatever you have.
A word to the wise. Do not play with the dead. They will
Oh,
more than likely turn you inside out. If they don't, they will possess you and use your body to harm your companions. The dead here are not gentle.
then I have a second question. Where is Lady Irina?
She's in the first room talking to her brother. Why does that matter?
As I passed, I didn't hear any voices in that room.
It's soundproof.
Okay.
How else do you think we have private conversations?
Something's just been itching as I've come up to the church. Sounded like there was a service going on, but there's nobody here.
Well, I mean, we do hold sermons. Well, the spirits hold sermons between each other, but that's not our business. Ignore it.
I've never known spirits to be loud enough to be heard by living men. Especially that loud.
He kind of looks at you and goes, when there is enough of the spirits around, they can be loud.
To where they sound like they're you.
No one said it was me. I do not speak.
No,
I know I
but
sound
one
similar to
does.
my forefathers, but
Then I must have heard them, because it sounded like someone like you was
I
giving a
think you need
service.
to get your ears checked. And perhaps your mind?
This adventure has been taking its toll.
Perhaps you should
Uh,
reassociate yourself with your faith. It is the only way best to guard yourself from the evils of this land. At least for those of us who have faith.
Then, can I have candles that assist in prayer?
The prayer you need is not one candles will assist you with.
No. But never mind. I'll be going then.
If you seek prayer candles, there's some in your pack.
My pack was burned a while ago. Most of what's in it is scorched and burned.
If that's what you believe. And he lets you leave.
All right.
Okay. Is everybody headed back to the inn?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Where's
am.
Gaston going?
I am. I don't know where Gaston's going.
As you guys are, in fact, leaving, you do hear hammering at the forge, as if somebody is crafting something. Hold on, Gaston.
He wants to go see the Fortunator.
Okay. You guys have free reign again.
Yes. I wanted to go to the forge because it was next door. So
Ash, you do see Gaston kind of split off towards the forge. Fen, where are you going?
He's gonna follow Ash.
Ash, where are you going?
To the inn.
Get the fuck off my map then.
Bye.
All right, Gaston, you're headed to the forge.
yes, I am. Does it smell like anything?
Metal.
As you get right about here, like where you can actually see into where the forge is, there's kind of a black veil that exudes across this space from about here to the corner of the building. It seems like this almost dark wall of, the best description is shadow, but it doesn't seem inherently evil. You do still hear the sounds from the forge. There is no smell or anything similar to that.
So can I see through the veil?
No. You also cannot pass through it.
Okay. Can I knock on it?
As you do, I need a con save.
Pleasure. Is this magic?
Yes, but well, yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah, but I am not advantage on con
Yeah,
magic.
it's
I
only
guess.
wisdom and intelligence. Yeah. I better start.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm getting flown across the map.
You're gonna take 16 points of necrotic damage as your
Great.
hand touches this wall of shadows. It kind of feels as if something's pulling at your soul, trying to rip it out.
Great.
It doesn't fling you or anything. It's draining.
Lovely. Okay. I guess can't be disturbed. I guess I'll just say hello.
Uh,
Hello on the other side.
there's no response. You're not certain if they heard you. You're not certain what's going on, but there's no response.
I will go inside the shop, I guess.
Okay. Inside you see what is his name? He's the guy that was in the general store.
Perry?
Huh?
Periwinkle?
Periwinkle, thank you. You see Periwinkle, who you did see through like the glass in the general store. Guys didn't go into the general store, but you did see him. He's a little slower. And you see Wayland, who you have met. You've seen him in the tavern a couple of times when he's not working.
Yeah, but I don't believe I have a conversation with him before or anything.
You have not, no.
No. So I'll just say hello. Good afternoon.
What do you want?
Well, nothing special, I guess. I just want to browse around. Maybe if I can purchase something that might improve my, no, well, not strength, but maybe my magic abilities. If you have any like magical weapons or that I could use, or
Does it look like I wield little whips of fucking limbs? Does it look like I cast magic?
no.
Okay, then why would you come here for magic? At best, that's the apothecary, and she's only part-time. She likes her
Yes,
potions.
I know. It's just that maybe there's something I could use, or maybe buy as a gift, or just see what you have in store and
I
meet
have
around.
mundane martial weapons.
Okay.
Now, if I had something of a finer quality, I could probably replicate it. But I don't.
How much would a hand crossbow cost?
Well, let's see. And he kind of waltzes over to a book because I need my book out. Don't judge me. That is not the right book. There we go. He goes, well, a hand crossbow is kind of thumbing through the pages. Well, you're looking at about 75 gold normally. Those are kind of in high demand right now, so we're looking at 150.
Oh, why are they in high demand at the moment?
Did you not hear about the town of Barovia being attacked?
Oh yeah,
How else are
yeah.
we going to defend ourselves? The materials alone are hell to get, let alone crafting it. I'm the only one over here crafting. Well, me and my apprentice.
I understand. It's just I don't know. Maybe there was something else. Like I knew that was going on, but like I don't know if they really. Okay, never mind. Um, um, I'll pass on it. I guess it's just that not really that much of a martial kind of guy. But anyway, I was just checking around, meeting everybody a bit. Like I haven't really spoken to a lot of locals, and we're just checking place out a bit. But it's very nice to meet you all, and you might have seen a few of my compatriots come passing by, but just here to welcome. And if you need any help with anything, and we're here to help.
He kind of just stares at you blankly, waiting. Mostly for you to purchase something.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
you're not interested in purchasing, he seems kind of itchy to throw you out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, have a nice day and good luck with your things. I guess. Great. And I'll just, with my head hang low, I'll just shuffle out. It's like I
Fucking
can't
magic
stop
users.
the loneliness. Na, na, and I'll just sing my way out. This fucking town. These people don't know anything about just a normal conversation now. Just being friendly.
Where are
But
you headed?
um, what's this place?
Which place? The tailor?
Oh, that was the tailor. All right, okay, yeah. And then we have the mad library. Okay. This is something we have not been into. The or these private.
It seems to be facing like any entrance is not visible to you currently, so you're not certain what kind of building it might be. It is completely four walls closed off.
Okay.
There's no windows.
No
Not that you
windows.
can tell. Not from your height,
Um.
at least.
Okay. And what was this place again?
That is the leather workers state.
Leather workers. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll go back to the tavern.
Not you were headed back to the tavern too, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as we come back to the tavern, everybody kind of begins to filter in Cragjaw. Some with more success than others. At least Ash looks more upbeat than Gaston does when he walks in. What are you guys doing?
Grabbing a big glass of wine.
Okay.
Getting
She goes,
some food.
all right. Well, food, wine,
Food in a bottle.
anything for the rest of you?
Craigjaw would have already been eating at this point, just kind of mulling over his food, waiting for everyone to return.
Well, it is
Ash
slowly getting late.
Ash orders food in a bottle.
And a bottle. She goes, that's a lot to drink for yourself.
I hope so.
This, you know what? I'll do it this once, but you can't make a habit of this. We don't have enough of this to pass around anyways. She kind of passes you a bottle. She goes, you will have to pay for those.
Gladly.
Would quote it at about, the bottle alone's 50, so let's call it 100 and say you're even.
50 for the food?
50 for the food, 50 for the bottle.
Jesus, what happened to the food?
Well, it's hard to get any kind of fish from the lake right now. Something's agitated the creature over there. This side of the forest is starting to become scant when it comes to game. So mostly it's, just what we can pull from the ground, and Barovia has always been hard when it comes to farming. Lately, it's been even harder as we've not been getting our shipments from Kresk. Same reason the wine's so expensive.
Have to check
Told you
the
when you guys,
wine.
I told you guys when you were here last that it was starting to get harder and harder to get stuff from that side of Barovia.
Yeah. That's one of our missions.
We're heading that way next. Maybe it'll be one of our next missions.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, if you do head that direction towards Kresk, stop in at the Wizards of Wine and see if you can't help them deliver some wine back this way, if you don't mind. At least then we know the shipment will get here.
Yes, we
What was
have a mission to go to Kresk. Then afterwards, we can check out the winery.
Of course. I do appreciate that. Well, the winery is in Kresk, so either way, you
Oh.
got to get to Kresk.
That's convenient.
Well, you wouldn't have a winery outside of town.
I have
That
no
would be
idea.
dumb. With how dangerous Barovia is, you don't know? Where are you going, Fen?
Hearing that the price of the food is way too much than Fenn's gonna go hunting. Because he hasn't eaten in a few days.
Do you
I'll,
mention this to anyone?
What?
He was going to say something to Craigjaw, but he was seeing that he had already ate, so.
Okay. During your guys' conversation, you see Fen just walk out. You don't know where he's headed.
Fen, where are you going?
Food.
Okay then. Sure. Cool. That's a problem for another time.
Yep.
It is starting to get late. It's about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time you guys have done with your shopping and your conversations and whatnot, it would be a good time to take a long rest, give or take. If you would like. By the time you guys have finished with your meal, Fen, I need a survival check.
There's
Mm,
20.
okay. Uh-huh. And Craigjaw, evens or odds?
I like even numbers.
Okay. Evens are in your favor. Odds are against you. Okay. Against you. Got it. That will become relevant later. Cool. As it begins to slowly meander towards nighttime, you guys don't see Fen. He doesn't seem to come back. What would you guys like to do?
In the time that I would have drank quite a lot of wine if I could, and I would pay as much as I want if I could. I would be
Okay.
like at least tipsy drunk a bit, so
Tipsy. That would be
well,
about half bottle, so 25 gold.
I'll put down 100 gold and I'll just drink more. Keep it flowing. I will drink more. I will go drunk.
Okay. I need a con save. You're going to make it with disadvantage, and this will determine how bad your headache is if you wake up.
Great. Am I carrying a drunk Gaston upstairs?
Well, somebody has to.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
You are unconscious.
God damn it. Uh, yep. We're going upstairs. Do I have to make a strength check to make sure I'm carrying him
No,
correctly?
it's like 20 pounds. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't weigh as much, no.
Extra 15 pounds just from the booze.
Like I'm 18 pounds.
Okay, so you're a 30-pound sack in my arms. Got it.
Craigjaw, are you going up the stairs to sleep?
Not alone, not alone. Oh my dear.
I don't know. I'm torn between following dumbass or not.
You missed that opportunity.
Yeah, I know. The issue is that I know that even if I left now, I have no idea where he's at.
Yeah.
So, I will sit outside the tavern and wait for him to come back.
Ash, you went upstairs, right? Ash?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my mic
You
had
went
pulled out.
upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You do see Max in her bed as you come in. She seems to be wrapped up in a lot of her blankets. A small shadow is kind of laid across the bed, kind of trying to seemingly comfort her. You would recognize this as someone familiar to you, but you're not certain how, simply because you can't get a good look at her.
Okay. So I will check on her. Max?
This is you, Max. She is typing in chat. She says she's not going to respond, but you will see the note on the bed. You are welcome to read that note if you would like.
All right, I will read the note.
The note is simple. It states, let me remember. Meet in the stables at midnight. Bring your allies. It's about 7, so you could probably get the effects of a long rest if you decided to sleep right now. Everybody else would kind of interrupt their sleep if that was the case.
So, did she seem okay? Like,
You get that this is not a physical ailment, more of a mental stress from basically what went on today.
okay.
And now that you're closer and get a better look, it is Willa that is laying on the bed, just kind of comforting Max.
Can I speak to Willow? Like, I'll ask.
Looks over at you and goes, "Yes."
Is she okay?
Well, short answer is no. It's not easy having no control over one's own self. And none of us predicted that she would meet him that early. It was outside of our possibilities. So none of us were ready or able to kind of catch it, especially considering who's in town. So it's not a simple solution. But I'm gonna make sure she's at the meeting because she needs to be.
As a kind of more understanding kind of washes over me, I will, I guess, just tell Willow that, like, let's see how would I phrase it. Like, I forgive her, or like, I don't hold any
You,
bad.
you forget Willa?
No, Max. Like, I don't know if she's
Oh,
feeling like this because of what she did today. Like, tell her I forgive her.
she kind of looks at Max and kind of nudges her into a little more attentiveness so that she does actually hear the words that you're speaking. Max, this does come through your mental load, uh, despite everything that you're going through. Uh, you hear Ash say that she doesn't blame you. You see a gentle nod of her head as you see her respond. She doesn't say anything, but you know she doesn't really speak a whole lot.
Okay.
I assume. Okay, you two are not there. You're gone. You're gone. Not Gaston. You guys are going to bed.
Yeah, Gaston is like singing and like passing out a bit and stuff like that, and then he probably will fall asleep.
Is he clinging to not what if he is, this changes what not does before he goes to sleep.
No, he pushes you away.
Okay. Not's doing an hour-long prayer before going to sleep.
Okay. You do find two very melted wax candles for prayer in your bag. And as you say your prayers, you see small flickers of blue flame, and a small scrawl of writing uh, between them that simply states, "Read your tenets." This message has been reinforced over and over and over again. That somehow you've misplaced where your beliefs were.
Yeah.
And this is to remind you. And as you lay your head down, for those of you that sleep 4 hours, you get a long rest. For those of you who do not, you will wake up after those 4 hours. You may still get your long rest depending on how the next events go. However, we are going to take our break here. We will come back at 45, so quarter till the top of the hour. But take this opportunity to get some drinks, get some food in you, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do what you need to. And I will see you all back here at 7:45 my time, or whatever that may be for you guys. All right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a smoke.
we are just waiting for Talon to get back from the bathroom, and then we will be good to start. I can close that out. We're gonna start without Craigjaw. Fen, do me a favor, go on mute. I have Craigjaw listening in, it seems, so that works. As long as he can hear the events going on, that works for me. We do have Kaya still here, I believe. Yeah, I know you're on your phone, doofus. Rom, Blackbeard
Yeah.
is here. Everybody here still?
Yep,
I'm
yep.
here.
Okay, cool. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna keep an eye on chat in case Craigjaw has a response. However, as we get back into it, it's nearing midnight, and Ash, you have finished your potion. Following the instructions in the book itself, it's complex, but oddly enough, you manage it. The bottle comes out to a pristine, smoky gray. You're not certain what kind of effects it will have, but it is said that it needs to be applied onto it. However, as you prepare to go and finish the next steps, you hear a soft knocking at the door.
I will get up and go check it.
Okay.
And there's nobody there.
Outside of the door.
Oh.
Nope, that's the wrong person. That's the wrong person. Hold on. There we go. That's the right person.
Oh. Hello, Muriel.
She smiles, nods, and then looks over at Max, realizing Max is kind of curled up. She kind of looks confused at everything going on. And she goes, "Uh, are you guys not coming?
Oh, is it midnight
You're almost
already?
late."
Yes. 1 second. I will go check on Max to see if she's coming.
I believe she's kind of in that kind of out of it phase. She does get up under the guidance of you and Willa, kind of led to the door and begins to walk out of it. She's in a state. She goes, Muriel goes, well, I suppose I'm not going to get my answer tonight, at least. I will go wake the others. And she will open the door. Fun fact. This is going to be fun. I'll update that real quick. She walks in. Not Gaston. How are you guys sleeping?
Separate beds.
Separate
Separately.
beds. Cool. You both get buckets of water dumped on you. She goes, "Get up. You have a meeting.
What time is it?
Midnight. Come on." She just kind of walks out. In her place, however, a bird flies in and sits on the table.
What's
Gaston,
wrong, love?
She
Gaston
does
wipes
leave.
Gaston wipes a few tears from his face and is like, think I screwed up. And just, so sad. Think we destroyed a village, I guess. It's kind of our fault. We're not doing any good. We're making it worse. I want to go home.
Hey, look at me.
Yeah.
We may have messed up. We may have screwed up. But that was Strahd's choice, not yours. That thing was hurting people. And it was making more to hurt people. That was a tool, a piece for Strahd. Strahd may be a good person, may be Lord Strahd, but he is the one keeping souls in these people here. They have no choice in what they do. You do.
But they're all blaming us. And I came here to be a hero.
Sometimes being a hero means making that hard choice of letting a village burn so a kingdom can stand. To take the evil out and let the people be free.
It feels so wrong. I try my best, but I fail every time.
I know. I see you trying. But you got me and you got everybody else to lean on. None of these decisions that you're making or that we're making are bad. I hear stories of one of your old party members that you talked about. He was bad. But you
Dorvald?
weren't. The
Dorvald?
weird monk shadow thing.
Oh, Felomir?
That one. He was evil from just the blatant things you tell me about him. You also tend to talk in your sleep.
Well, our first encounter was the most weirdest thing I ever met. But again, he was still useful, I guess. Well, he did kill the brother of someone I need to find. And I still have to tell his brother in Crescent he killed his brother.
I know. Now, let's go.
Yeah, I don't feel great. I want to
You
drink
also
again.
drank a lot.
I want to drink again and go sleep. And I'll just drag my feet across the floor and just shovel off. And there was like a bird in our room.
Yeah. And as you guys leave, it begins to follow behind you.
Come on, bird. Are you seeing the bird?
Yes, I'm seeing the bird.
I say, hello, bird. Come along.
Hello.
It is
What?
very unamused.
Did it just say hello?
Nope.
I think you're hearing that.
Oh,
I think you're hearing that. I didn't hear anything. But I have been hearing weird things here lately, so
it's a black raven, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Mm.
Why are you seeing a colorful parrot?
No.
Just get moving.
Yeah, I'm
If
going.
if you need, I'll carry you again.
No. I want to stand on my feet with some dignity, I guess.
As you get downstairs. Hold on. I gotta move Max again. Max is accompanied by Willa and Ash and Muriel. Let me get the tokens figured out. Cragjaw, you are still sitting at the front, waiting for Fen, who still has not shown. You get the sense that if he's out this late, he'll either show up in the morning when the gates open back up, or he won't make it back at all.
Yep. That sounds about right.
Muriel comes up to you and goes, "We can have someone keep watch, but you need to come have this meeting with us."
He didn't go to his room?
Cragjaw?
No, Finn.
No. You don't know. You didn't check that room.
No, well, I'm asking, like, I see everybody's here except Finn, and they were talking about him.
Well, I didn't hear him in his room, but I know Craigjaw's been out here waiting for him.
Yep, he left at dinner and never came back.
We can barely hear you, bud.
Oh, well, I moved my mic. Hold on. Yeah, how's that? That better?
Yes.
Okay. I said he left at dinner and never came back.
Yeah, he said he was going to get some food.
Yep.
I was assuming he went to seek other places around town that may not have had as steep of prices.
We are the cheapest place.
Well,
Just so we're clear.
Regardless.
To the best of my knowledge, I think we saw him last leaving town, but I'm not certain
fuck.
which direction he went.
That's just fucking great.
All right, well, no sense crying over spilt milk. Come on. And she kind of directs everybody, suffer. You all will move at my pace. And as you kind of come up, she kind of stops everybody and goes, give me a moment. There's special circumstances. Me and Max need to go in first, and then you guys can come in a moment. They both enter, and you hear the door close behind them. Max, if you're still there, I need a dex saving throw, if you would be so kind. Jesus Christ. It's habit at this point. You kind of step sideways as two bundles of fur come launching at you. The two wolves that had joined you begin to pretty much crush you between them as a way of trying their best to give you a hug in the only way a wolf can. As Skull and Hussy kind of try and do their best to comfort you, you hear soft snores coming from this side of the stables back here. And as you kind of progress inward, Mary goes, I do ask that you don't disturb his rest, but Bill is here and has been waiting for you. And inside, curled up in all the straw and mat, is the large bundle of fur that is Bill in his wolf form. A large white wolf with one blood red eye and one blue one, just like yours. A slight difference as he appears to be asleep and they're closed. The only reason you know his eyes are the same is because they're actually physically glowing through his eyelids. And as you step in, you feel his tail sweep across and kind of just scoop you up into his fur as he kind of just repositions himself almost out of habit. And you are hidden amongst a bundle of fur and a giant wolf. So we will put you as invisible. You see Muriel kind of smile, and she goes, "Welcome to the pack." And she kind of just steps away. This is kind of when you're welcome to take whatever form you want. However, we are going to step away from that at the moment. I would like you to message me what form you take.
Sorry.
All right, loser. And Muriel kind of opens up the door and she goes, "All right, everybody, inside."
You hit all the goods.
What?
I said you hit all the goods.
We don't have any goods. That is not why I had you show patience.
Mm-hmm.
It was not your place to be a part of that.
Well, then maybe we aren't supposed to be here then.
I invited you for good reason. Are you back, Craigjaw?
Yeah.
Then why aren't you moving your character? She kind of shuts the door behind you, Craigjaw. Oh my god. As she shuts the door, I need perception checks from everybody except Max because they already see it. Just with their passive.
Can
You
I
don't
make
think-
a specific perception check? Oh, I rolled a natural 20. The last time I was in here, I saw something. It's got me kind of paranoid. So I'm gonna start looking for something else kind of similar to what I saw before.
Oh yeah, you see something similar. You see in this corner piled up snoring, relatively softly. Oddly enough, for how big this creature is, is a very quiet entity, is a large wolf. It
Oh,
takes
cool.
up that whole space.
See, that's fine. That's nothing like what I saw before, so it doesn't bother me.
But that is the only thing that you would see that would be similar. Ash, you see that as well. Not Gaston. Ash and Craigjaw, you see what the more important part is. Above you is hundreds of ravens, all staring at you, beady black eyes, kind of watching your every movement. And Muriel looks at you all and goes, "Welcome. This is Danica, which obviously you know, and her husband, the elders of our little coven, so to speak. We are the League of Feathers. We are those who fight against Strahd himself, Lord Strahd. You all have done much in the way of assisting. Unfortunately, all assistance comes at a price. Some of our members have died. Some of the werewolves have died. Luckily, nobody in the town of Barovia died. Thankfully, it was just the land itself that havoc was sown. That being said, I wouldn't say that it's a good thing, but it's certainly not a bad thing. It was thanks to Bill and Sarcosis and Ishmark that many people were able to be saved. There is no one left in the town, and it is mostly leveled. We will be attempting to rebuild it eventually, but for now we leave it as a smoldering ruin, just to ensure that Lord Strahd does not attack it again. You all have done much, and we can thank you enough, as you have brought not just good, but evil to our lands. So I think it suffice to say, we need to know your next step. What do you plan on doing next, so that we can best assist the people that you are going to affect?
Well, our next plan is to escort Arena to Kresk.
Why?
Some
So
sort
she
of.
can no longer be watched or scryed on. If she's wholly blessed or blessed in some way, it will make it to where Strahd can no longer scry on her.
That does not protect her, so what is the end goal there?
It's what the spirit guy said, right? That we should do. Oh no, the dragon said that is to do.
And
Right?
did he tell you what to do after that? Because just preventing his scrying is going to do nothing if he physically goes there.
I don't know. There was something else about bringing her to a lake.
A lake? Like Lake Zarovich or Lake Luna or...
Luna.
Well, bringing her to Lake Luna isn't going to help unless you have a more specific location. Unless you plan on drowning her in the waters.
Of course not.
Which, I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but, I mean, I wouldn't blame you.
Why do I feel like it has to do something with a wizard? A mad wizard.
There are no mad wizards in these lands. Unless you count the wizard over by Kresk, but that he doesn't leave his tower. And if you're asking me, the DM, he said nothing about a mad wizard.
Those were the wizards that we were sent here to find.
Okay, I'm getting that story confused then.
He said mages. More specifically, sorcerers, if we're being specific.
There was something else we were supposed to do there, but I can't remember it.
All right. Somebody roll me a history check. Craigjaw, you already know.
I've got keen mind. If I've heard it, I can just repeat what I heard if it
Do
happens.
you know it? Off the top of your head, would you have cared
I roll
enough
two
to
of this?
retain the information?
Yes. Do I have the information right now? No.
Okay. Yeah, kind of collectively, and Craigjaw kind of directing you, because I feel like Craigjaw probably wouldn't have remembered it, but that's my opinion. You guys remember that she was directed to or you were directed to take her to the mirror of Lake Luna. Somewhere on the somewhere around Lake Luna is a mirror of some sort. It wasn't described to you. It wasn't told. You weren't told where it was or what needed to be done with it. Only that once you got there, Irina would be safe, but that you would have drawn the ire of Strahd himself.
We were directed to bring her towards a mirror near Luna, the mirror of Lake Luna, but we were also warned in doing so we'd get the ire of Strahd upon us.
Lord Strahd, please do not bring that on our fucking establishment.
Sorry, Lord Strahd.
Well, I mean, okay. Doesn't sound too bad. And Miro kind of looks at Danica and her husband, and you get some kind of conversation quickly passes between them. She goes, the only assistance we can provide you in that is that you will have assistance when you get there. Not Lake Luna. I couldn't predict that if I wanted to. But when you get to Kresk, you will have somebody who can assist you when it comes to Lake Luna. My suggestion is starting with the church. They'll be able to better direct you to the people who will help you. Anything else? Is that besides going to the Wizards of Wine? And I guess Lake Luna, is there any other place that you're supposed to be headed to?
Yes.
Any more mischief?
I'm gonna follow my ring in Kresk, and I have to find someone there.
Who?
Ivan?
Ivan. Are you talking about the mongrel folk? Ivan?
Hey, don't call them mongrels. They're just half people.
No, they're mongrel folk. They're literally, that is their race.
Oh,
Do not
well.
disrespect their race simply because they evolved differently than you.
Oh, you call them mongrels? That sounds disrespectful.
That is their race.
That sounds rude. But I guess so.
It is their race. It's slightly mean, but it was how they were labeled.
No, that's how they labeled themselves. They called themselves mongrel folk because they are not of one particular race. You are specifically of your own type of race. You are a gnome, you are a tabaxi, you are a wood elf, or a high elf, depending on which you are. Cragjaw is a furbolg. You are all your own race, but if I called you just the furbolg, if I was talking about Cragjaw, that would be taking away from him himself. He is much more now than he was. The mongrel folk themselves are a mix of many different creatures, but they all derive from the same state. They all evolved from those creatures into more humanoid shapes. That's why they are called mongrel folk. They named themselves, not the other way around. Do not disrespect their heritage simply because you do not understand it. Learn, do better.
Then the histories outside these lands are wrong, because it's the other way around in history.
History often changes for those who wish to change it. If others are oppressing you, then your history changes to suit their needs. Yes?
There.
Now,
I was trying to remember if we were specifically told about visiting the priest or the abbey or something out there.
you were said to go find the Angel of Kresk.
Okay. I will mention that to them as well.
Max, you do hear this reference. Do you have any response to this? I know what you said, but this is kind of keywords. Um, uh, while I wait on Kaya's response, you see a kind of confused half look from Muriel, and she goes, "The Angel of Kresk. Yes, Cragjaw. You should have this information. You guys were at the inn."
Yeah, you're right.
But Muriel does seem to be mulling it over as if she's trying to remember where she's heard that name.
Sorry, which name?
The Angel of Kresk.
Reading this note that I got, and I don't have the Angel of Kresk anywhere in here.
That is true. It is not in there.
So, as far as this note goes, like Craigjo would have known like some of this already. Everything involving Sarcosis is
I'm sorry, what?
everything involving Sarcosis is new to me though. So
You would know about the green stuff and the state of the phase.
yeah,
Like, you wouldn't know the state of the phase, really. You would know about the green fae and anything involving the green fae, but the rest of them, that's not your territory.
no, but I would have known about the Fanes.
Yeah. Oh, you know about your Fane, but not where the other two are, or
Right, but I would have known
what they
they existed.
Yeah. She goes, you know, it sounds familiar, but it's like a half forgotten dream, so to speak. I'm not certain where from. You know, I bet you Sarcosis knows. As to where he is, I think Max would know best. I'm not certain. He did not deign to tell me.
Where is Max?
She kind of shrugs and goes, "Around?"
She walked
She'll
in.
reveal herself if she wants to. Just give her time. She's recovering. It's a lot dealing with what she went through. Going berserk like that is hard, especially when you care so much about your allies. And being reminded of what she sees as past mistakes definitely does not help. So just give her some time. Now, you speak of the angel, you speak of the mirror of Lake Luna. Anywhere else? Anything important you might have learned? Anything we could help you with? Even though
What do
I'm
you know
not
of the Thanes?
the Fanes? We know where they are. We know most of them are desecrated and presided over by particularly strong creatures.
These Thanes are old relics of the Fae,
Yes?
and are a key in a key component to stabilizing Barovia.
Okay.
Do you think if I provided you a map, if you'd be able to mark them on the map for me?
She kind of looks and she goes, yes and no. I can mark one. Um, I can mark the potential of where the second is, just because it's not completely intact yet.
Mm-hmm.
As for the other two, I can only tell you their general location. I can't tell you exactly where they are because it's incredibly hard to get that information. Most of the time, it's life or death. We choose to keep ourselves alive so that others might have that information.
Fair
Dead
enough.
soul does not help.
Although around here the dead don't stay dead long.
Indeed.
Well, here's my map. Try to help me if you can, and
Okay.
I will try to return the favor.
We're gonna move over to the atlas with everybody. Hi, hello. So she pulls your map out and unfolds it onto the hay. What you see is she begins to scan the paper itself. She goes, "Okay, not an easy task, but um, there is one here at the windmill. This is where the green vein is. You should know this, but if you don't, that is where the green vein is. It's just beneath the hill of the old windmill. Um, not an easy task to get it. But even if you were to get it, you'd have to find a way to purify it. And last I checked, none of you have that kind of magic. Now, inherently, the black vein is still being created. However, it is being created just south of Valaki, which isn't too bad. It does mean, however, that until it's complete, you won't have one there. Um, as for the blue vein, it is somewhere in the swamp just south of Kresk. Somewhere in there is the blue vein. Where that might be, I do not have an answer. Now, inherently, there is difficulty. because of the way the Balanok Mountains are, the Red Fane could be one of two places. It could be up here, far to the north, past the werewolf dens, or it could be far to the south here, near where we believe the Amber Temple is. Unfortunately, the Amber Temple is not stable. The Amber Temple has started shifting, as if something is trying to prevent people from getting there. I don't know why. I don't know what is going on, only that it's happening. Anytime we get somebody close, it disappears or kills our scouts. As for whether or not you'll be able to get to those places, that's up to you. It will not be an easy task. But if you can do it, then there's a good possibility you could stabilize this world. But that would entail you finding Fae to inhabit those fanes. And last we checked, we don't have those.
We're also keeping an eye out for two artifacts. A tome and a sword.
Home and a sword. Well, I've heard rumors of the sword. As for where the tome is, your guess is as good as mine.
Supposedly at the lake.
Which lake? You realize we have 4 of them, and she pulls out the map and, like, vigorously points at each of the lakes. Each of the major lakes.
Luna.
And then points out the fact that there's another, like, 5 of them.
Lake Luna.
That's a real possibility. But I would not disturb those waters if you have any other choice.
And the other was supposedly in the mountains, I believe? I do not know which mountains, no.
Well, the sword, I hear, last I heard, it was with the Wizards of Wine. Now, whether that's the truth or whether what they had was fake, I don't know. I do know they got broken into earlier this month, about when you guys fought the Gitrog monsters, and the sword was stolen. Whether it's real or not, that's not really up for debate. Who stole it? That's a better question for the people there. Sounds like for your adventure, all roads lead to Kresk.
Yeah.
I wish you would at least stay long enough to solve the issue of the Kraken in Lake Zarovich so we don't have food issues, but... And she kind of glazes over you guys and
Was there a time limit on that
seemingly
one?
seems unimpressed. She goes, I doubt you guys could handle something that big.
I'm too small for that. It's way too big for me.
What are we talking, like 30 feet, 40 feet?
Anything too big, I don't want anything near.
She goes, well, I mean, people about your size have tried killing it before. I mean, one did a number on it before you guys even left to go fight the Gitrog monster. So,
Oh,
I mean,
so
it's possible if you're strong enough.
and was this one person?
Just one person, yeah.
Oh, well then,
An
yeah.
incredibly powerful person, to be fair.
Well,
Equipped with all sorts of magical items and everything like that. But
well,
yes, just one person.
I say we wait to deal with the Kraken.
there's
We've
5 of
been
us.
we've been having problems from the very beginning on one, coordination, two, staying alive.
Most of that's y'all our own doing.
Yes, but I still think it would be best that we wait. And to not spout and say words that the Lord Strahd has said before. We need to get stronger to face these pieces in this game.
Oh, we need strength, I guess. If we stand anything to do something
Well,
about it.
there are many ways to gain strength. You can borrow it from others. You could continue to gain experience from fighting, or you could try a harder approach.
What would the harder approach be?
Um, I am sorry, Kaya. I missed your message. Um, that's my bad. I was not. Um, I was not paying attention. It's kind of at this moment that you guys realize that Max is somewhere in this giant bundle of wolf fur. Being that it was a relatively intense conversation, now that it's kind of died down and you guys are like more focused on figuring out how to gain strength, you notice that Max is just buried in this giant wolf.
Oh,
Um,
there you are.
that being said, she goes, well, you could always try corrupting your power. It's not a perfect form of strength, but it is certainly one.
Even I could corrupt my powers?
Well, yeah, anyone can do that.
Hmm.
You could also try and gain new forms. There are many creatures here which can pass their own form to you. Cragjaw is a perfect example of this.
Hmm.
Though I would not suggest taking his way about doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
She made honestly when she made the comment of like, or you could, trade for power or borrow it from others. I'm like, stab, stab. Like, wow, fuck you.
In all honesty, what you guys need and what you lack is experience. You all are too fractured, too of many minds and no cohesion. And every time I turn around, I feel like you guys are splintering as a group. You come here seeking more direction, I guess. You come here bringing problems alongside you, and yet you have one member who feels almost alienated for their mistakes. You have another who ran off to who knows where. For what reason? I don't know. He said food, but we have plenty of food here. Maybe not as much as we want because we've been rationing, but we have enough to feed as many people as we can. And yet, here you are of many minds, and your strength is faltering because of it. I have a few suggestions, if you will take them. She kind of gazes over each of you and goes, you need to focus. For one, your tasks should be done of one mind. If you go after something, you do it to completion. The other is to not drag up wrongs of the past. Even if it may be brought up by another person, I ask that you at least consider each other and your own faults and ensure that you don't make each other feel like they are the problem. That is why so many groups have failed to overthrow Strahd, Lord Strahd. He gets in their minds and fractures them from within. He bends them against each other. And each group has failed because of that. Some have failed because they tried peering into the darkness thinking they could stand while their friends stood in the light. Max, you would feel Bill twitch at that. He reacts to that. And she goes, and some have tried standing on their own, thinking that they can defeat powerful entities by themselves. You all need to work together, but you also can't make someone feel isolated in the process. So my suggestion is you work together. Constant. Move forward with your knowledge. But do not drag each other down with knowledge of your mistakes. When a person makes those mistakes, accept them and move on. Don't forget, but forgive. And let it go as the wind goes. Once it's past, it goes, and no longer comes back as it was. This is the best advice I can give you. Unfortunately, it's up to you to follow it. Be more mindful of each other. You're all you have. We can help you, sure, we can raise armies, we can battle alongside you, but in the end, it is going to be you all. You 5 or you 6, whatever it may be, that ends up toe to toe with Strahd, with Lord Strahd. And when that time comes, will you bend because he decided you would? Will you stand tall and work against him in consort. I don't have much else to say, but you have much to think on. We will prepare to do our best alongside you. But we will not help you until we know that you can handle it. Should you falter or fail, we will go back into hiding. Give us hope, but dashing that hope against rocks of your insecurity and your inability, because as a group you fail. That is more painful to us than you realize. We have lived our entire lives under this, and we'd much rather live it like that, living, than die thinking we could have had a chance, only to have those hopes dashed. I can't change your mind, and I can't walk your path. Many of us have tried. She kind of looks over at Bill. She goes, many of us have failed. We all tried our best. That is what you must do as well. Do not linger on your decisions in such a way that it causes you to fail each one after that. Simply learn to do better. Because you are better than that. Even if you don't feel like you are. You are heroes in this tale. At least to us. And that is important. Even if you don't see it. That is all I have for tonight. We have much to do and much to plan for. We have many who have not slept, and many more who watch over your sleep, as best we can. Not all problems are solved by us. That's your job. I hope your path leads to calm waters, but I cannot decide that for you. Go, finish your rest. We wanted to know where best we could help you, and now we have our answer. We will keep Max here with us, at least for the moment. When she is ready to rejoin you, she may. But let her recover and rest in her own time. You may leave. And she kind of just brushes a hand across.
Can I ask if there's one more request?
Sure. You guys hear Cragjaw speak up, so if you guys would like to listen in, you can.
Traveling outside of the city walls at night alone is dangerous. Can you track down our red-headed friend?
We will do our best, but I make no promises. He made a decision. He left these walls in search of something. If it has caused him issue, or caused him pain, or misery, or suffering, or death, that is his decision. We cannot change that path. That being said, we will do our best.
Basically, I just want eyes on him, whether he's alive or not. And then if you can let us know where he's at, we'll track him down in the morning.
We will do our best. We make no promises. We will not risk the lives of one of ours for one of yours.
Understandable.
I assume everybody's headed to go lay down for the rest of their long rest.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see Fen anywhere around or.
Um, Fen does not appear to be anywhere around, at least not around the Blue Water Inn.
With his head hung low, he'll start walking into the tavern, I guess, and go back to sleep.
Okay. As you all begin to lay down for your long rest, questions gather in your mind. The moments of transpiring that have happened, the differences between each moment that you've had, the events that have happened, uh, whether through your own goodwill or ill will. These moments are replayed in your minds as you lay down to rest. Where your journey will take you, that is up to you all to figure out, and your path to travel. Um, for those who are getting a full night's sleep, go ahead and take a long rest. Kaya, you and I will role play out what happens to you, but this is actually where we're gonna stop for the night. We've done a lot. We've had a lot happen. For those of you all involved in the campaign, I thank you for this kind of heavier episode between each people. When we pick it up next time, it will be morning time. I will say that next episode, you will be leveling up in the middle of the episode, so go ahead and take your level now. But be aware that it does not take effect until about the middle of next episode, so right after break. So I would start looking at that, start figuring out what you want to do with your character, as well as what new effects you might have or what new spells you might acquire. Cragjaw, you have information, so you can better direct yourself. Whether you want to share that information or not on your travels back to the room, that is up to you. You do have that opportunity to speak to everybody as you guys are heading back to the room. In the meantime, we are going to come back together on the 25th of January. So with that is the end of this session. I would like people to stick around, but we are good to close off the stream whenever you are ready.
Alrighty. Thank you all, everybody, for joining us, and join us next time for when we continue. Have fun. Thank you. Bye-bye.